Hi, we're the Hunters.
Last year we were able to go on a mission trip to Honduras. Many of you supported us through financial gifts and also through prayer. We were able to raise over $10,000 to be able to go on this trip. What we're doing right now is we're filming a video to be able to go and communicate a little bit more of what we experienced when we're there, to show you that the mission that we are on is a worthwhile mission. And right now we just wanted to come together and show you some pictures and share a little bit of our experience while we were down there. Let's start off with introducing ourselves. I'm Butch, and this is my wife Chrissy.
I'm Ben.
Sorry.
I'm Jonah.
And I'm Silas.
We're going to go tell you just a little bit about our day and what a mission trip's actually like. Ben?
A lot of people think that a mission trip is just a reason to go on a vacation. But when we were down there, we did a lot of hard work. Every morning we got up and loaded our bus with our food boxes, and we traveled up to an hour to get to our distribution sites. And we did this twice a day. Then we'd come back and around 6. And Silas can tell you a little bit about what's in the food boxes.
Well, what we have in the food boxes is first we have a towel, and then we have 10 pounds of rice, 2 boxes of noodles, 1 bag of beans, one of my favorite, sardines, some salt, some soap, but this can last up to a family of 4 for about 2 weeks. And, well, I think Jonah's going to tell you about some other things in Honduras.
In Honduras, there's like all these kids, and all of them had a certain personality, but there was one kid that really showed to me. His name was Carlos, and he was way different than all of the other kids. When we were there, he was like, I had this fan that he really liked, and it was like something like that big, and I was like fanning him, and he was like really amazed with this little tiny battery fan. And so later on that we left, and I gave him that fan, and he was like just really excited. He started showing his friends and going over to them and going and showing them and fanning them, and yeah, just something small like that can make a kid down there really have joy.
And it's amazing that a lot of the people that are down there, they don't have many things like we take for granted here. And like Jonah said, just a little battery operated fan that would be at the dollar store, can just change a kid's life, which it seems crazy, but it really can. Most of the people down there live in a 10 by 10, well, kind of like a shed, like we have in our own backyard. And they can have anywhere from 4 all the way up to 10 people is what we've seen living in this one place. And it's, animals are all over the place. There's no particular place for them to stay. Dogs running everywhere, and they don't have a lot of things at all. Dirt floors. So we do bring down clothing also, and shoes, and some toys. Some of the things that we also do while we're down there is, like Ben and I have done balloon animals in the past outside the distribution, just to help the people to be occupied and not bored while they're waiting. But other things that we do is we share with them the gospel message of Jesus Christ. And we do it through dramas, through song, and then through testimonies. And last year, even Chrissy was able to go and share her testimony with people too. Our family just really believes in this ministry and in this mission, and it is not a vacation at all. And we're hoping to go back this year, so we are looking for people to support us through prayer and also financially to help us get there again. And we mostly are dependent on praying that God will help us get there. Last year, in our very last distribution, we had a very special opportunity, and that was to be able to do a home visit to a family. And I'm going to let Tori tell you a little bit about that home visit.
So on the last day, we got to go to this family's house. It was like the shed that my dad was talking about. And we looked around there, and they had like 3 beds in there and a couple sheets to divide the rooms up, and then like a stove outside. But it started raining, and then it was time for us to go, and we were walking down this huge hill. They lived on a mountain, and we rode up in the back of trucks to get up there. So we were going down this hill. We had to walk down, and our translator turned us in. We had the pastor with us too. Our translator looked at us and said, "Oh, I don't know if you guys caught this or not, but they were asking if they had any more shoes left." And he told them that we didn't have any more. So, like, my mom stopped in the middle of the road and, like, started taking off her shoes. Like, what the heck are you doing? And she's like, "Oh, I want to give him my shoes." So then she took off her shoes. I looked at her and I'm like, "Mom, can I give my shoes to you?" She's like, "Yeah, sure." So we both just standing there in the middle of the road, taking off our shoes. And as I said, it was raining, so it makes it really hard to climb uphill. So my dad and the translator walked all the way up the hill and gave our shoes to the people. And we walked down.
That's probably something that you'll never forget, right?
Yeah.
Not only does it impact, our family, but it changes their lives too. These people that Tori was talking about that lived on this mountain, they had to walk down the mountain and probably another 5 miles to get to town and get their supplies. Something else that really sometimes we don't even think about is just how we communicate. Now, it's cool that we can communicate through this DVD to you, but in Honduras they speak Spanish, and a lot of people would be afraid of going on a mission trip like this because they don't speak the language. But that actually just kind of fell away. We had translators there that helped us translate what was going on and being able to, minister to these people through their own language. We had a lot of people come forward and make first-time commitments to the Lord, and it was just basically all because of the boxes and us being able to be willing to go where God has sent us. For our family, like Isaiah, when God called and said, "Whom shall I send?" Isaiah said, "Send me." That's the way we feel about Honduras. And so we're ready to go, and we'll be leaving in the end of July into August, and we really would appreciate your prayers and any financial gift that you'd be able to help us out with to help us with our trip. And you can find out more about in the letter that we enclosed with this. And we hope you've enjoyed just looking a little bit about at the pictures and hearing a little bit about our trips. And just want to thank you again for all your love, prayers, and support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.